2 cups of milk, 1 cup of half and half cream, but you can go with 3 cups of milk, totally fine. I just find that by adding that half and half cream, or if you have 1 cup of evaporated milk, that will work as well too. Since the bread that I'm using, and we'll get to it in a second, has a bit of sweetness to it, I'm only going in with 1.25 cups of sugar. You know, some people, if you're using plain old, I shouldn't say old, yeah, old, because the more old and stale the bread is, you get better result because it soaks in this sort of custard that we're doing here. Traditionally, they would use about 1.5 cups or so of sugar, or even more. Some people add white sugar and brown sugar, melted butter, even more of that richness and that silky sort of texture. I've got pure vanilla extract. Yeah, I am from the Caribbean, and we want to replicate these sort of flavors and everything of a good black cake or rum cake or Christmas cake, whatever you call it. I have some nutmeg, and that is my oven coming up the temperature there. And the temperature we're looking for is 375 degrees. So that a lovely kiss of that fresh nutmeg. And of course, I want a bit of cinnamon. I'm not going to pour it because I have the ability to dump this entire thing in there. Just a little kiss of that cinnamon. Yeah? Ooh, cinnamon, boy. So all we need to do now is get the whisk. Smooth that over. And it will take a few minutes with the whisk because remember we're trying to break down the sugar in there, yeah? Panettone, I'm not sure the proper pronunciation for it, but around Christmas time here in Canada, we have a huge Italian population in Canada, especially in Ontario here. So panettone is one of them things, and I've already ripped it up, right? It is a lovely, and the reason why I like using this is because if you notice, let me see if I can get a piece here. We've got raisins, and we've got orange peel and other, see, all those things we add to, and the star of the show, that sort of lovely soaked fruit puree that we make for making rum cake or black cake. And then you have raisins and plum, orange peel, all those different things, Marciano cherries, all those different things in here. And once you have this, and this is a great way if you have leftover from making your Christmas cake, this is one of them recipes you put together. It's like the Caribbean meet Italy all in one for a nice lovely dessert. Anyhow, this has a lot of rum in it, and I have a lot of wine in there, red fortified wine in there as well too. So, but if you don't have panettone or panettone, again, I don't know how you pronounce it. Any regular old bread will work, because the older the bread is, once you rip it up, and I've had it sitting out after I ripped it up for about 2 or 3 hours. The whole idea is to let it sort of, some of the moisture dry up so it will soak in the lovely custard sort of sauce that we made there in here. And that's it. Preheat your oven 375 and let's assemble it now. Don't mind the broken handle on the baking dish there. It's been greased. I have it all greased up, and then I put the bread pieces in here. What I want to do now, before I pour the liquid in there, is to put drops of this. Yeah? Because what's going to happen is when I pour the liquid in here, it's going to work its way through and take, it's almost like a vessel for taking some of, and oh man, the smell of this. But the alcohol though, boy. Yeah, boy. Uncle Chris, you're bad. I just want, once you slice this up and you start serving it, or you scoop it out, or whatever you do, I want some of this to be in between the bread pieces. This is what, and you know, if you wanted, you can mix it into the liquid. But I want you to really get that vibe of a good Caribbean cake when you eat a piece of this, and which means biting into some of this lovely soaked fruit. Here we go, we've got that liquid all nice and proper now. So what I will do is, using my cup, my measuring cup, Just gonna pour that all the way in here. Yeah, and you notice how the liquid is kissing the fruit, the rum soaked fruit that we have in there. And I'm just going to continue doing that. I'm just going to pour it in, and I'm just going to tap it down just a tiny bit. What I'm going to use is my spoon to kind of work this in between the bread. Yeah, because I want everybody to get a nice little taste. After all, I'm calling this my fruit cake or my rum cake bread pudding. Just tucking down the bread pieces and trying to spread out the rum soaked fruit, so everything is nice and cozy in there. Now what I'm going to do is, for the first 15 to 20 minutes, it's going to go into the oven uncovered, after which I'm going to cover it, just because I don't want it to burn and dry up and all that kind of thing like that. But look, you see that? Yo man, I'm telling you, this is going to be a hit. You have to make this one. 15 minutes in, and this is what we have. It's starting to firm up now. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So what I'm going to do is cover it at this point with foil. I'm just going to gently cover it with foil, and it's going to go back into the oven. Sup soldiers? Listen, if you enjoy this recipe, I'd really appreciate it if you hit subscribe and click that bell notification thing. If you've made the recipe, take a picture and send it to me. Email address down here. I mean, trying to tell people the email address, them butts will take the address and do all kind of thing with it. And tag me on Instagram at Caribbean Pot. I really appreciate you guys, and thanks for being in my kitchen with me today. Irie? And 15 minutes in the oven, and this is what we're left with. Yo man, there's a nice little crust on the top there. Kitchen is smelling absolutely incredible. What I'm going to do is allow it to cool for about 5 minutes, no more than 5 minutes, because I want to serve this warm. It will be a travesty if you give people cold bread pudding, especially the variety with all that lovely rum soaked fruits. And I keep saying rum soaked fruits, but yo, there's more in there, you know. That's beyond, not just rum. If you head over to CaribbeanPot.com and you search Christmas fruit cake, listen, or Christmas rum cake, you will find the sort of combo I have in my preserved fruits. And the last thing is to hit that with a lovely vanilla cream sauce. Chris here, CaribbeanPot.com. Always a pleasure having you all in the kitchen with me.